Floyd Wallace approaches college girls at Texas A&M University. YouTuber Floyd Wallace went live multiple times on Friday and Saturday, which culminated in Wallace accepting a $100 donation to cold approach college-aged young women at Texas A&M University in College Station, Texas. Wallace spent a good portion of an hour wandering around the college campus, approaching random women with the lines, "Excuse me, miss, I have a question. What is your name?" From there, he mumbled and stumbled until he got out that he was doing a social experiment and was in search of each woman's personal Instagram. He received around 5 Instagram contacts to about a dozen rejections, including a clearly underage redhead who turned down Wallace's advances as she had a girlfriend. Others offered a variety of answers, including one who Wallace later said gave him attitude and was uglier than her friend who he really wanted to approach. The YouTuber didn't seem to be interested in any of the women that he encountered, including little attempt to actually interact with each woman, strangely shaking their hands at the end of most encounters if it was positive, and offering no further intentions toward contacting them. In the live stream that followed, he explained that he only asked for Instagram and not the women's home phone numbers, as he was afraid of being falsely accused of doing more than approaching the women. He also claimed that his chest-worn camera made the women feel more at ease, as they knew he was recording the encounter. Responding to criticism that he did not cold approach in a so-called black area, Wallace was frank that he simply wasn't paid enough to do so. He said he'd need at least $200 to approach black women rather than the fairly safe college girls at Texas A&M University. Wallace's live stream turned to the subject of prostitution or pay for play. Wallace admitted that he had used the services of prostitutes at least 10 times in his life, and that white women were more laid back, while black women were more demanding and made him rush through encounters. He said that he once had a condom break during intercourse with a prostitute, and he wound up catching an easily treatable STD, but justified finishing the sex act as he was in there anyway. Also taking on the topic of getting a sex worker pregnant, Wallace expressed fear of this happening in a nation outside of the United States, as he didn't want to be tied down. He eventually said, "I guess I would support the kid," when faced with the possibility of being a father. The YouTuber later returned to the idea of women scamming him while he was overseas, saying that female scammers always had a dramatic story to share to loop men into their stories, and that one woman faked her own death and blamed it on Wallace refusing to give her money. Wallace is expected to return to live streaming later today.